Hello ladies and gents, it's Spoony Pizzas here with another PES 2018 video, and today I'm just going to do a Master League talk about some of the player stats and also tactical links within their bio. So to get to this, you just go to team management, negotiations, and my team. Okay, so if we flick through these, I'll be going through all these anyway, but player info, so attacking prowess. This determines the sort of player runs that Lukaku will make. Well, depending on which player I select, you know, Rashford's got 81. So Lukaku's got 90, so he's going to make a lot of runs and off defenders and try to, you know... so if you had the ball with, I don't know, say Mkhitaryan, and you've got Lukaku in front of you and he's sort of running with the defence, but the defence are marking him, he might then all of a sudden sort of break away and make a nice run for you to sort of angle a pass into him. So that's attacking prowess. It's to do with the way they run, how far they're up the field, and also when the ball comes into the box, how alive they are to that ball. The next up is ball control. So this is balls played to a player, so how well they receive the ball. Okay, so they might not trap it immediately. The ball might spin away from them, or they might have a really poor first touch. So Lukaku's got 79. I know a lot of people make a lot of fun about Lukaku's first touch, but yeah, so basically ball control is the first initial touch they take with the ball, whether it be from a lofted pass or a normal along the ground pass. Then you've got dribbling, so how close do you keep the ball to yourself? Yeah, literally without holding the run button. So yeah, how tight do they hold on to the ball? Low pass is very simple. It's the last of the X or the A on your control pads, depending whether you're Xbox or PS4. So yeah, it just determines how accurate and how fast you can play that pass. Lofted pass is that would be the square or the X on your controllers, depending which which controller you've got. So square on PS4, or it could be circle. It all depends on your control pad setup. So yeah, so lofted pass is basically the cross. That's to do with crossing, or lofted pass, you know, sort of from one side of the field to the other. So that's lofted pass. It determines speed, accuracy, etc. Finishing, very simple, is how well can they finish? How good are they putting the ball in the back of the net when they're in a good position. You got place marking, so this is to do with free kicks, corners. How good are they you know, taking those set pieces? How accurate? Can they get the ball up and down quickly? That comes on to swerve, so how much can they curl the ball? So this helps for again, this helps for corners and free kicks, especially now because they've reduced the amount of curve in the game, which is good. I think it's a bit more realistic ball physics. That's for another chat. Then you got headering, so pretty straightforward. How well can they header the ball? How accurate are they? How much power can they get in the header? Then you got defensive prowess. So this is really important. So defensive prowess is affected by a lot of things. Style cards, which I'll go into in a bit. So defensive prowess is basically how well they'll trace and get tight to those running off them. So they've got low defensive prowess. Chances are there's, you know, a striker will pull off them and get in behind quite easily. So that's a really important stat. And it determines how deep they are in the game if they are played in a midfield role. Say for instance you've got Mascherano, you play him as defensive midfielder. He'll probably stay a bit, you know, a bit further back than he would if you had if you had a lower defensive prowess stat. Then you got ball winning, so this determines how easy it is to win the ball back. So this is mainly with your sort of stand-up tackle, or if you just run into them, like I do using my super cancel. Super Cancel, explained in another video of mine, so just go and check that out if you don't know what I'm talking about. So that's ball winning. Kicking power is the power they can kick the ball with. Yeah, mainly for shooting, I would say, than anything else. Then you got speed, pretty straightforward. How fast is that player? You know, Walcott, Bolt, Usain Bolt, really quick players. And then you got like people like Phil Jones or Blind, who's really slow. Then you got explosive power, which is a bit of a ridiculous name for it, but basically it means agility. So this is really important if you've got like a tricky winger you want to start doing skills with. I recommend having explosive power above 85, and also you're dribbling quite high. Next up is physical contact, so how strong they are physically. So yeah, basically if someone's trying to out jump them, or this is more to do with like when two players sort of come together. Okay, so that's what physical contact is, when they initially collide. If I don't know, if Blind was to try and tackle Lukaku, and Blind's got a lesser physical contact, Blind will probably initially just bounce off Lukaku and fall on the floor. Now compare that to strength on the ball. So strength on the ball is when you let go of your controller, your player will try and shield the ball. Okay, Lukaku's not very good at this, as you can see. He's only got 72, so chances are quicker players will be able to sort of nip round him and nick the ball off if he tries to hold it up. So he's not a hold-up player. Okay, so that's the difference between the two. Jump is basically how high they can jump. And then you've got goalkeeping, which is just general goalkeeping. Then you've got catching, how well they can claim the ball out of the air. I say the goalkeeping stat does affect all these catching, clearing, reflexes, and coverage. Okay, so sort of a general stat. So catching, yeah, any high balls in the air, they can come out and catch it. Sometimes if that's quite low, they might opt to punch it. Clearing. Yeah, so this is where the goalies rush off their line and want to clear it out, or it also is to do with the punching as well, so how well they can punch. Reflexes, so how well they're good at diving mainly, diving across their goal to make saves. And then you got coverage, so how well do they cover their posts, the angles, are they getting the right angles? So that's coverage. Then we've got stamina. So stamina is basically, how long it takes before a player gets tired. That's affected by many things, depending on the tactics you use. You've got weak foot usage. So this determines how often they use their weaker foot. So if Lukaku is on his right foot, he might try and use his left foot to strike the ball on the outside of the foot or something like that. If it's because he's only got 2. That's quite low. I think it's out of 7. Or is it 3? I don't. 4. By the look of it. Yeah, so it's out of 4, the weak foot usage. And then weak foot accuracy is also out of 4. So how accurate are they with their weaker foot? So he's quite accurate. And then form is really key. So I'm going to do another talk about this, but form is basically those little arrows you see. So because it's 6, most of the time he will be on form. If not, average, so the arrow will be pointing to the right. But I will talk form in another video. Injury resistance. So this determines how injury resistant they are. So I think 4 is the highest again here. Or is it 3? 3. Yeah, 3 is the highest for injury resistance, and 1's obviously really bad. Okay, and then you got their age, their height in centimeters, their weight, and stronger foot. So I'm going to close this video here and then create another video talking about the other aspects in this screen next. Thanks for watching, guys. Spoony Pizzas. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye bye.